Fire, what your questions?
So you've been here with Rudy and his mother?
For a few hours, yes.
What are the conversations like?
Let me first apologize for my appearance. I received an emergency phone call to get over here for this meeting with the detectives, Rudy's mother and Rudy. And so I dropped everything I was doing and made it as fast as I possibly could. And I spent about an hour and 20 minutes one-on-one with Rudy and with one of the detectives. I heard horrific things from that young man. And I did not want him to see me start shedding tears, but I couldn't hold back the tears because of the things he was saying to us, the detective and myself. No child should ever be treated like that by your own mother. This young man said that when he initially ran away, he came back 2 days later, and she told him that he had to hide, that he was going to get in trouble, and they were going to arrest him for running away, and that he had to continue hiding. So she hid him out for a while, then brought him back to the house and hid him in the home. And initially, whenever the investigators would come, she would hide him in the house. And he kept saying, I don't want her to go to prison. I don't want her to get in trouble. I don't want her to go to jail. And so we asked him, why did you run away? And he said he just got tired of her not respecting his boundaries. And she said that he wanted his own life. And his exact word was, I was tired of living like a slave. She would take him to work with her, and he would do the required work she was supposed to do. And a lot of the responsibilities of her job was on him. And he went on to say that what troubled him the most was her crossing his personal space boundaries. He said that she would make him sleep in the bed with her. And he said that she made him play daddy. He said that he didn't like getting in the bed with her. That he would try to sneak out of the bed and sometimes hide under the bed, but she told him he had to be her husband. That's a damn shame, man. The little boy said she was the one providing drugs to him for years. Hallucination drugs, mushrooms, etc.
Hello, everybody. You just heard from Quanell X. He is a somebody in the church leader, might be a minister. In any event, he's spoken with the detectives on this Rudy Farias, this young man who was missing for 8 years. It was so much joy that broke out, and from the family, that they found this young man with some bruises, not in good shape, but he was alive, right? But it just twisted. And let me remind everybody, this is entertainment, and allegedly so far, what this Quanell X was saying about the mother with the detective. So this young boy broke open and say that he was abused for 8 years. My question is, leave the comments below. Is it me? Where is the family? Yeah, there's family, cousins, mothers, and even the grandmother reported talking to him. Nobody called the police. So anyhow, he was walking the dog, missing 8 years, and he was found just passed out in the front of a church, I believe it was. No food, and he's a grown man now, right? But it was, you heard, just, I don't want to repeat the stuff, but you know, sharing like a father. Listen, if you come across this video, anybody, share this video, and you're a person out there, I was going to say young person, anybody being abused, particularly by a parent, a step parent, brother, sister. If you mother in this case, it eats me up. Don't I know it's hard. People say, well, why didn't he say something? Well, it's his mom. And he quoted and he said to this Quanell X that he didn't want his mom arrested. She was feeding him mushrooms and drugs and whatnot. Now, it's easy for us or people to say, well, why didn't he reach out? Why didn't he escape? You hear this all the time. Females, males, young men being abused by their father and their mother. It's just crazy. It's a crazy world. But if you're somebody watching this or you know, we got to speak up. If you're a neighbor and you're curious, now neighbors, you can't point fingers at neighbors, but they said he used to come over to the neighbor's house, and they've seen him the whole 8 years, but she would change his name, the mother. And I'm not sure, but the mother in my thumbnail, according, I did a lot of investigation. This is supposedly her. Crazy. Allegedly, if she did all this is what the young man is saying to this Quanell X. Now, the question I have, why did he break open to this person? I'm not saying this young man is lying or not. You got to get the facts. I just wanted to bring everybody up to date. It sounds like he's not lying and the mother abused him, sexual abused him. And then some of these reporters, you know, they want to get into, we don't need to know the details. Just use your imagination. But if you're somebody or you know somebody who's being abused, or you think, it doesn't hurt to call the detectives, the police department, or somebody out there to investigate. And I know it's hard. You don't want to see your parent get arrested. This should never be done. And you know, drugs and mushrooms, if you're somebody out there, if you know you have a brother or a sister, distant relative out there, please contact authorities. No one like this Quanell X said should go through this. If she did this, allegedly. If it happened, and detectives are taking their time with this. I know he said, Quanell X said, why isn't he in jail yet? Well, they have to get the facts out. This is a complicated situation. And I'm aggravated with the police department on this because missing 8 years, apparently he was in the other room or basement. You know, they look for drug dealers and all that. And I'm not knocking the police and all this stuff. But I don't understand it sometimes. I know they have a job to do. How can they not thorough after a couple months investigate the house, get a search warrant? You just look, a lot of kids do get missing by sex predators, right? But you have to check the family. A lot of times it's the closest of the family, not a lot of times, sometimes, and then a lot of times it's a neighbor who takes these kids. But in this case, I don't get it. What a world we're living in. That's why I'm making this video. And I know this is a different video than I normally do. And I want to say thank you for subscribing and giving this station a lot of love. I just don't understand why people... I understand we're human. We make mistakes. But this is 8 years, the police department. It's just me. I mean, I got it wrong. But anyhow, sad story. Out of Houston, Texas, allegedly a mother abusing, drugging her 8-year-old son until now, or 8 years of this, and no family member. And I don't know. You would think there'd be one family member who would have went deeper into this. It just, to me, it's got to be more to it. Maybe not. Maybe family just figured he was missing. But I got to tell you, if one of my grandkids, stepkids, or if I was missing, I would hope that somebody would do more investigation. But anyhow, thank you for joining. Share this video. Sad. There's another little clips after this if you want to watch. Sad. The world is upside down, and this young man's going to need counseling for the rest of his life. My prayers and thoughts are with this young man and the family around him. And if the mom did this, she should be put behind bars and for a very long time, in my opinion. If she did it. Thank you. God bless. God bless America. This really got me, this story. Sorry, guys.
Adult, but he never kind of told anyone what happened. What was the story?
Because she had convinced him that he was in so much trouble for initially running away, and she gave this boy serious drugs to the point to where this boy needs extensive professional help.
How did he stay missing for so long? I mean, 8 years.
He was allowed to visit with some of the neighbors under an assumed name. She believed that after so many years, people had forgotten about the case, and that under an assumed name, and convinced him to use that name, nobody would put 2 and 2 together.
He never told any of the people that he was with what was happening?
Never told anybody what was going on. And let me say this. That young man's body have scars all over it.